This is your daily market review for Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at ESP Realty, aka The Trading Edge, and this is your daily market review for Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. Hope you're having a great day. As we talked about in the previous recaps, the first 3 days of this week are probably going to be sloppy, choppy, up, down, left, right, up, right, everything kind of moving around. As you have the CPI data on Thursday, PPI on Friday, and then you have the start of earnings season with banks on Friday with JP Morgan, Citigroup, and I think Wells Fargo. So, knowing such, if we're up, I would expect that there's probably going to be pullbacks. If we chop around, it can kind of lead to either direction potentially. I'd be looking for traps, whether you're trading stocks, looking intraday for extremes, and then, just be patient. Sometimes you don't have to trade. It's not, it's like Walmart. It's open all the time. And so if you want to trade, well, don't be surprised that if you overtrade it, you lead to more losses. Again, it's kind of like gambling, right? The more you play, the house has the advantages in your favor. Or if like you're playing poker, you try to play every hand, you just can't win. So again, I think that's where it takes discipline to know when you're right or wrong. Be patient. So tomorrow, probably more of the same, right? I know we have Congress, Powell talking to Congress. We'll see what happens with that. Again, in my opinion, most guys that are going to be talking are going to be trying to make, you can say like just talking points for news headlines or for their campaign speeches. So good luck. Enjoy that. So if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room. Links in the description below. Posting tons of trades all over the Twitter. Also posting if you're looking to buy a house in the Central Park area, holler at your boy. Also, too, if you're looking to buy or invest real estate, buy or sell, invest in real estate anywhere in the country, I have an extensive network to help you find the best agents. Go check my reviews. Everybody has had a good, luckily so far, good experience. Because again, connecting with the best agents in the country is how you're going to find the best deals, how you're going to get the higher price if you sell your houses. If you're looking for investments, that's the key too, right? These folks are connected. Connected, it matters. Again, your Uncle Bobby, your Aunt Sally, do they have connections and networks that are going to help you find the best properties, get your house listed for the most amount? Also, holler. Again, this is open. Again, if you go intraday, there will be limited times. But if you want to schedule a chat, hit me up. Check out the website, tradingagent.com. Again, recommended reading literally 3 books. And one of them you don't even read. It's just an almanac. Here's your Twitter post, all your fun stuff. Again, interactive brokers links, Marcus account, holler, holler, holler. Again, all these videos too, the education on the YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. Big time. So what do we know going into the rest of the month? It's going to be kind of again, the market has more likely to pull back, more likely to cut. The Feds will be more likely to cut in September if the market pulls back. That's just the nature of the beast. Right now, it's a 70% chance. That is basically a lock. If it stays there, as we know, this will change with the data. So keep an eye on it. Again, save this link. Our group, markets, interest rates, blah, 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 blah. You can find it. Bitcoin, as we talked about, probably going to hold down here for the near term. We talked about we didn't want to see a baby bounce. Oh, all you got was a baby bounce, and then you got the trounce. Near term, oversold. Long term, it's a big consolidation pattern. Ten cuidado, as I say. Oil, not surprised, pull back. I said, buy the rumor, sell the news of the hurricane. Every time a hurricane comes into the potential fruition of hitting the U.S. coast, oil will rally, especially crude. And at this point, near term, you're kind of in a bind, in my opinion. I wouldn't mess with it. Natty gas, as we talked about, let it come down. Congratulations. Looked like a head and shoulders top. Again, we talked about the bottom. We talked about the pullback. I think it's going to be choppy and sloppy. Again, I'd be looking for deep dives, discounts to start looking to reload longs in gas names. Dollar, we talked about this. Broke, little chop range. Chopped, dropped on crappy economic data. Now it's just floating up on light volume. It's the summer. I don't know what to tell you. It's the summer, folks. If you're expecting big moves all the time, not so much. And certain names will, but no. All right, we talked about TLT. Again, I was surprised that it actually pulled back as hard as it did. Back tested some trend lines, bounced, and now you're back at them all at the moving averages. Near term, I expect it to chop around. Keep it simple. That's just the nature of the summer. It's light volume and chop. VIX, again, just basing here, not much to say other than there's not much downside risk. That's all you can really say. The VIX, right? kind of holding the higher lows. Just worth a watch. SPY, another tight little baby candle. Look at these things, guys. I mean, they're literally little baby candles. So cute. Like I said, when you consolidate, you lead to bigger moves potentially, up or down. Qs, little wider candle, but here's where it gets like confusing, right? We talked about the IWM lagging. Talked about the DIA lagging. So, I mean, you're at levels that matter. Obviously, do your work, pay attention, see what's going on. But, I just be patient. I mean, it looks like the market's waiting for that inflation data, right? Gold, we talked about July seasonality, usually gets a pop. I mean, that's a pretty solid pop off the lows from June. I mean, we're going back to range highs. Again, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, near term, again, I don't have much faith in like the big move, but I do have, we talked about the oversold conditions. Talked about the miners were due to bounce. Talked about the GDX due to bounce. I mean, you're at some levels where, hey, right? Like, don't be surprised that now they're waiting, right? And again, I personally think they'll probably get cut down with the PPI and CPI data. That's just my opinion, but we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not trading the miners right now. Got stopped out of dust a couple weeks ago. Not really looking at it. But again, it makes sense when the market does. That's why we watch the videos. That's why I record it. Pay attention. AEM, we talked about this one holding up. We talked about AG not holding up so well, right? But it was oversold. We talked about these names. I mean, that's why we go through these charts every day for you. Newmont, I mean, this is on red alert. I've been talking about this for like months. I mean, it feels like almost forever. What did we say? I mean, this stock should be in the 70s or 80s. And if it can break out, cool, go with it. If it doesn't, just going to chop more. PAAS, been holding up better than some of the other silver names, but just worth a watch. Taiwan Semi, again, mind boggle. This thing has any momentum upside. You got to be crazier than hell to buy this company at the highs. We'll see. Take profits. I mean, little pivot point potentially. Again, wrong is wrong, but just be careful. We talked about Micron. I mean, me being wrong. I mean, it happens. Again, if I could predict every stock correctly all the time, I probably wouldn't be recording these videos. I'd probably be living a trillionaire lifestyle. What would I be doing? That's a good question. I'd probably own a boat that I'd live off of and trade off the ocean sea during summers, and then I'd go live in the mountains and hide, and hang out, and snowboard and ski. Sorry to back to what the reality is. Oh, yep. There you go. We talked about this gapping down, chopping around, watching the 50-day on Micron. AMD, we talked about this one, right? It said probably going to have a little break time up here in the next VAP zone in the 170s, 180 range, and there you are. Okay, not surprised. NVIDIA gets an upgrade. What a gift today. I mean, another back-to-back upgrade day. Fills the gap. I mean, gets back into this resistance at 133. Okay. Man, you can be reloading NVDS hard, in my opinion. Again, tighten up the stops. SMCI, look at this monkey. Sorry, I didn't pull this over. I mean, gets back into the range highs. I mean, congrats if you traded this. We talked about some of the homies in the Discord room doing work. Man, nice trade from here. I mean, guys are burning. Good. Intel, again, I've hated this name forever, but I said, you know what? If this basing pattern holds, it makes sense. It's going to go at some point either direction. We said 30, fail, or it could probably rally up into the mid-30s and fill the gap. Clapping for those who traded this. Absolute. I mean, again, if you bought cheap calls on this and you made a couple 100%, hell yeah. Leave a comment below. I appreciate you guys. Good work. If you want to throw a tip at your boy, that's great too. I don't care. I mean, I'm happy for folks because that was, I mean, when you consolidate for 3 months, there you go. SMH, right? Shmeh, chopping around, back near that range highs. Adobe, here you go. Another trade that I think was worth watching. Again, I still personally think if you get another retest up here, that would be the easiest short. Identify risk. Apple, mind boggled. Again, sometimes you don't know what's going on. I mean, this looked like a pivot point, makes a new higher high. Again, it's on the radar. It is on the radar. I haven't done anything. The good old Amazon. Looks like Bezos is selling everything at 200. See how long it takes to consolidate and break out, or is it about to fail? Meta, we talked about yesterday's action. So could it be the outside reversal kind of little candle to fail, or is it going to chop? Well, you chopped. As long as you hold this 530 area, it could go higher in time. CRM, we talked about it pivoting. I like this as a failure. I mean, again, I think this thing is, I mean, look at this. I mean, there's a pattern here, y'all. And you can now use this range at 260s. Man, easy short. Easy motherfudging short. Guggenheim. Talked about this holding up, chopping around. Nothing really much to say. Microsoft, I mean, down 1% today. What's going on here? Is that a left-right combo? I mean, let's just write that in. Left-right combo. Question mark. Again, put that in the notes. Worth watching for later. I mean, right there. And left-right combo is equal-sized candles with a doji in the middle. And sometimes, again, you can have them at the bottom too, at the lows, which would be a red, then a green. Keep an eye on that because that looks like it could be toppy. I mean, I know some folks have been talking about that one, so congrats. NDAQ, again, this is a big choppy slop zone. I mean, I like the short at the highs, but, you know, you can't chase it. MicroStrategy, we talked about if Bitcoin holds, it'll bounce. Bounce has been pretty mediocre. I mean, I think you still get up to the 1,400 range at some point if Bitcoin does bounce. And it holds that, you know, 50 whatever thousand it's at. Netflix chopping the high, not much to say. Roblox, this one have been on like a nice little run here. Okay, consolidation day, maybe. Fills the gap, maybe. I mean, again, you don't have to be a rocket therapist to see that, I don't know, right in this area. I mean, you could bring it down. I mean, there's going to be resistance. Keep an eye on it. Van W, again, we like this long. We talked about this one, but then said watch it up here. And now, again, consolidating. Pelosi owns it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and short. I've told you folks that. I will not short it, but I will wait for dips to buy. Tesla, we talked about this one getting up towards the 270 range. Ha! You're welcome. You're welcome. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, again, did it get to exactly 270? This is a great move. 100 points. 100 freaking points. You're welcome. Nice trade. Again, leave a comment below. I just want to know who's burning through this because that was a great trade. She said, once it broke the 100-day, watch for the retest. I mean, go watch the video from 617. Booyakasha. Nice trading, folks. Nice trading. Again, I get happy for others. Insight, I talked about this. I love this company. I think they get bought out at some point. Look at that candle. Yeesh. Again, I think they get bought out. McDonald's broke today, but look where it closed. I mean, it just closed right back at the range lows. That's a toughie. Could it be a trap, oversold trap? I mean, again, if you were short, you better tighten the leash up. DKNG, again, I talked about the end of gambling season. I like it. I mean, if it breaks 36.70, I mean, you're basically there. I don't know why you wouldn't come back to 34s. I mean, we talked about this as being a good trade. Airbnb Bizzle holding up. 100-day seems to be resistance. Costco, again, it's crazy how strong this is. Starbucks, talked about this being a piece of shiznit. Whee! Coming back down to the range lows. Now, this is the thing. You break the range lows, adios amigos. You hold up, hold there, it's due to bounce, could go into a consolidation pattern. Got it? Keep it simple, stupid. FedEx talked about shorting this one on that pop on earnings. Seems to be doing that same pattern. Keep an eye on this thing. Because, again, if you break between the 8 and 10 day, I don't know why I wouldn't go lower. Meow, Caterpillar, right? Right? There you go. I mean, it's earnings season. This one's tough. But, I mean, you're at the VAP zone. I mean, just watch it. I mean, it could break. I mean, you could trade that quickly, too. I mean, keep that in mind. Nucor, again, we like the materials names long term, but I'm expecting them to pull back. They all kind of look just sloppy and choppy. Heck, same thing. VALE, same thing around 11s. Again, this is just running through them, see if there's any anomalies. Not seeing much. Arrow, I mean, VALE has a little bit of volume there. Looks like a head and shoulders top, but, you know, imperfect shoulders. CCJ, I mean, we talked about this, right? Like, if somebody's buying at the highs on a Goldman upgrade, you deserve to get slapped around. CF, chop. Again, we like ag names. I mean, again, people got to eat. Mosaic, man, I can't believe this is at 26, but let it come down. Better. The further it goes down, the better. NTR, same thing. Like, just let these things burn. Alcoa, again, we absolutely love the idea of aluminum long term. Pulling back, major pullbacks. XLF, I mean, this is just, again, I'm not trying to watch this every day, but it's like, okay, get over 41 something, then pull it back. We know earnings going on later this week for JP Morgan. So, again, be careful. But here's the thing, right? If Jamie Dimon's like, we're not buying back stock up here, this has to be on red alert in your eyes, like watching the reaction. Morgan Stanley, again, up at the highs. Bank of America, I mean, got to give it credit. Look at that. I mean, these names. Again, if you are looking to short these names, I get it. If you're looking just to watch, get it too. Again, man, wow, look at that volume today. Hold on. Let me check the 10-minute because I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it was all at the end of the day. Check this out. Kaboom. Someone was taking profits. Okay, carry. We talked about this one being a dog. Roof, roof, fizz, fizz, right? Chopping around XBI, right? There you go. Holding up at, in this tight range. I mean, there's a trade here. If you get over 95, I think you can go long it. If it fails, you can long short there too. XHB, we talked about the housing stocks have just not been looking good. Just keep it on it. Again, if you're involved in the channel, this is why you follow all the stocks, just to pay attention. Okie dokie. Keep it simple. Yeah, that's right. Tan, we talked about solar stuff being oversold near term. I mean, the same stuff's gotten absolutely crushed. If you shorted some of these names at the highs like we talked about, absolutely. Again, near term, it's like, do you really want to sell short sedge? It went from 300s down to 26. Congrats again. Chop around. E and PH. Talk about coming back to the range lows. Talk about First Solar chopping around. I mean, this is why you follow the channel. Some monster trades. Near term, it's kind of looking like it's going to be choppy, sloppy. Again, AI and First and Solar. Okay, of course. Again, corporate debt, you got to be stupid to be buying at the highs, but we'll see what happens here. Oil, we talked about chopping around. Not surprised, a little overbought. UNG, again, I hate this product, but we watch it just to kind of keep an eye. We talked about the 200-day fail. This is the golden goose, waiting for the KOLD to pop. I want to see it in the 60s. I mean, you could take it probably here, but if you want to be patient, I guess that too. XOP, we talked about this popping and giving it back. Man, you got to hold these lows. CVE, another name. Again, we like the oil gas names when Trump is talking. In the near term, tough to say, right? Valero, we talked about these gasoline names. They're like, something doesn't look right. Holding the 200-day. But, I mean, this is a downtrend, y'all. It is a downtrend. ExxonMobil pops, makes a lower high. Be careful. Downtrend. Downtrend, your friend. Same thing with MPC, right? New lows. We said watch the 200-day. I was like, this is toast. Look at the gap down, toast. Occidental, again, I think Buffett's just going to let this play around between the ranges. We've talked about this. It's nothing really to say here. EQT, again, we like long-term on pullbacks, massive pullbacks. These are all in big chop ranges. EQT, same thing, looks like Flex LNG. It's just big move consolidating. So again, if you have questions, please reach out. Don't hesitate. Always here to help. I appreciate you folks. Again, if you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, do not go lightly with it. If you have any questions, holler, use the links. And yeah, again, maybe another quiet day tomorrow. I know, it's the summer. Snooze, you lose. All right, talk to you later.